And so you gotta allow whatever coming your way, you gotta allow it to prepare you and get ready for it.
Mindset that I'm being prepared for maybe something bigger and better.
There's no participation trophy. You know, in the real world, you're gonna get some no's, and you're gonna get a lot of no's, and you gotta be okay with that. That's why I say it's okay to be afraid. You're gonna get a lot of rejection before you get your yes. You know, it's a number.
Kissing also a lot of frogs before you meet.
Exactly. And that I'm learning. Yeah, I'm learning through the mistakes.
The Leonard a year ago is
It's totally different. When I first started, you go.
He wanted to pee himself.
You know, you gotta just anticipate that it might be a rejection down the road. You don't know the road. The only one that knows you're in there is God.
Let's chill. Hello, bonjour, hola, sanibonani.
Namaste. What up, Chaplin chillers? Yes, welcome to another empowering episode of Chilling with the Chaplins. Yes, what's up? You know, I'm your co-host, your boy, Coach LJ, and I'm with the one and only, the other co-host, my better half, my awesomeness, you know, the feisty one, Lady Siza. She's in the building.
Yeah, so for those who are joining us for the first time, we want to say welcome.
Welcome, yeah.
It's good to have you here. Make sure you press that subscribe button. For those of you who are returning subscribers, we want to say thank you.
Thank you, we appreciate you.
Donkey. For being part of this family. If you have not shared or commented in our videos, please do so as we tackle such critical life issues, right?
Yes.
So today we want to tackle another critical life issue that affects everyone. I mean, everyone, including the president of Russia. Do you think Putin gets scared? I think he does.
He does.
Yeah, because I think he's the most... Actually, I think the most scariest president is the president of South Korea. Is it South Korea or North Korea? One of those two. But the one, the young fat boy. Oops. Anyways, my point is everybody gets scared at some point or another. It could be due to whatever reasons. And in most cases, the causes is what had happened in our childhood and it translates to our adulthood, and also how we handle now the fear that we are grappling with when we're adults. So today, I think this episode is going to be one where we just want to talk about that it's okay.
It's okay
to be afraid at times, to have that fear. But what's important is how you now handle it going forward, how you use it as a catalyst of persevering, of winning, of becoming a better you. All right, let it not strangle you and overcome you. Let it not be what stops you from going for what you want, but actually let it be what pushes you to be a better person.
Yes,
all right.
preach.
So let's talk fear. F-E-A-R.
Yes. And so now, here's the thing: the first step to overcome fear. The first step to, get a handle of fear, and because we're saying it's okay to be afraid, because everyone get afraid, but some people,
but to a certain extent.
Yes, some people handle it very well, and some people don't. So we want to give you some steps, some strategies of how to deal with fear, handle it well. But before we can. Before we can overcome fear, we gotta first understand what is fear. So, let us know, what is fear, sweetheart? What is fear to you? What you think fear means to you?
I feel like fear is an uncomfortable feeling that humans get. I mean, even animals. That's why they run away from us when they feel like we are a threat. Because we are a threat to animals.
Yes.
And so what they do is between flight and
fight,
they run. But animals like the snake or the lion, they will not run.
They're not running. They're not running. Fight.
And then, because...
Or tiger.
Because of fear. And not because they want to harm you, but they're just afraid and they're just protecting
That's the natural instinct.
Themselves, yes. So we also have humans who deal with fear in a similar way. They either fight with you when they're afraid, or they
Flight.
I think I'm one of those.
Yes, yes,
Just
yes.
run. You know, just stay away from the drama, from the commotion. Yeah, in fact, before I used to be a very confrontational person because I wanted things to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like I'm half confrontational, half flight, so half fear. I mean, half flight or
Half fight and half flight.
yeah, because I now do it in a matured way. If there's no need for me to confront you, so that we get rid of the issue, I just ignore you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like silence is the best answer, you know, or I deal with the situation the best way I see fit. But of course, other people will come in. Yeah, I heard you do that. Ain't no time for that, girl. Life is too hectic for me to be confronting things that will not take me anyway. So I think I'm just trying to make an illustration of how people relate to fear or flight. What's your take?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like you said, you nailed it, though. You know, this innate practice that we have we always you know, that's a survival mode. You know, we always, when we fear something, we got to go into survival mode. And for some of us, that survival mode means fight.
Yeah.
Some of us, it means
and they call it ratchet. It ain't ratchet, because you get even people who see. Okay, good example.
Okay, please tell us.
In parliaments, what do? Those people, they fight. Oh, parliament, politicians all over the world.
Yeah.
They will fight each other, be it verbally or even physically. We've seen some physical. I think the British Parliament, they love physical fighting. Oh, Europe, they love physical fighting. So they will get on desk and throw chairs and all that because somebody feel like they have to defend themselves, but they don't know how to express it verbally, so they just use physical force.
Yes. And so, you know, and here's the thing too, and this a good example with the disassessment. You know, when people that are high D's, you know, they're gonna like, let's handle the situation. Like my wife said, you know, like, okay, I'm not running from the situation. Yeah. Let's deal with this right now. Not
and
wait.
Just get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Don't that's a high D. You know, they're gonna like, let's deal with it right now. Boom.
Because it will always be there.
It'll always be there, yeah. But you know, those that are
and then
C's,
timid people.
Yeah, timid people that are high C's, high S. They're not. No, they're gonna like no. They're gonna try to go far away from it because they don't like the conflict, you know. And so, and then high eyes. If you're a high eye, you're gonna try to talk your way through the conflict. That's your only survival because you like to talk. So you're gonna talk your way through it. So like my wife said, she says she has some flight. Now I can say I'm more flight.
Oh yeah.
I'm more flight.
He will run.
Right.
Even in this house, he runs from confrontation. He runs from arguments.
But I'm learning because of the disassessment. I'm learning how to handle confrontation. I'm learning how to handle my fears. I'm learning how to overcome the thing that I was afraid of. I'm learning so that, because it's not good to run away from problems. It don't solve anything.
It's like putting something, you know, like dirt under the rug.
Under the rug,
It's still there.
It's still there, yeah. And so if you don't handle it, you know, if you don't deal with it, guess what? It's just going to stay there and just going to keep you in that shadow.
Another example is putting, what's this, elastoplaster over a wound that's actually still alive, like a wound that's blistery and everything. You know, the wound doesn't get healed. Instead, it makes it worse because now you've covered it up with the plaster.
Yeah. So you know, but and so by us understanding fear, we could basically begin to adapt some strategies to overcome it.
But you know, I have my own. I mean, we've just said that what defined what fear is, like an innate emotional response to a perceived threat.
Yes.
My definition, would you like to hear it?
Yeah, please.
FEAR, right?
FEAR.
I would say it's false.
False.
Evidence. Appearing. Real.
Yes.
Because in the truth of the matter is sometimes fear is in our mind. there is really no threat, but we're just afraid of the unknown. So I always avoid being held bondage by fear. I just say, oh, this is another false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
So it helps me to overcome. So while on that point, let's look at some common fears and how they impact people. And that's when I use my false evidence appearing real, when I go through all these common fears. What's the one that you most afraid of?
The one is, and I think everyone, it's the number one fear is public speaking. Public speaking.
So are you afraid of public speaking as well?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of. I'm afraid.
It is the number one, and I think I'm
unless you like
I'm part of the 1%.
Yeah, you're part of the 1%. That's not afraid of public speaking.
And you know what helped me?
Because you went to good training. You
I want to say that my English teacher was one of the best teachers ever, and I had her for like 2-3 years, and she really, I think I had her from grade 10, 3 years, 10, 11, 12, which was like a blessing to have her, because we gradually, moved up with her. She trained us how to public speak, because I used to shake like a leaf, believe it or not. I remember I even had this thing here that used to go as if, it's like a heartbeat on my neck. Like I used to literally feel my neck go.
Yeah.
I guess that was my heartbeat.
Yeah.
And so she would come and give us impromptu topics ever so often, like randomly, like, okay, I've got some topics, pick a topic out of the head. I would feel like I'm starting to pee myself. I would have, I think I would develop like a fever. I would be sweating. My palms would be sweaty. Like, it would be bad. And then she told us a few tricks. She should say, tell us a few tricks that would be like, imagine everyone that you're speaking to is naked, and you're the only one dressed. Guess who's embarrassed
I heard that
now?
too.
Yeah, that for me worked.
Still didn't work for me.
It did.
It didn't work for me.
Because I'll be like, okay, you guys are all naked. I'm the only one dressed. So guess who is embarrassed? So that's one of the things before we move into into the fears and the common fears. Like another one was look at everybody on top of their heads, because you're trying to maintain some eye contact. It doesn't necessarily have to be eye contact. Yeah. Look at them above their heads. You're the one who's standing up, so you've got the power to actually look at them above their heads, and then you start talking. So you're not seeing people's expressions. You're not seeing their weird faces and all that. and a third one was find one pleasant face in the room and just focus on them, and as if you're just presenting to them.
I think I can do that. I like that. I do use that because I'm looking for someone that agreeing with me.
Yeah,
because I want to be like,
smiling, who's agreeing with you.
It makes it harder when I don't have that.
So when you don't have that, you look at everybody.
Yeah, it makes it harder when everyone like. Yeah. No, because I'm like I said, because I like to be like.
But then when that happens, when everybody's like, it means you are not capturing your audience.
Yes, that's true.
And that's
too.
the one thing about public speaking.
Yes.
You've got to
capture your audience.
To read the room. And then.
Now, how do you read the room when you have that?
When you have what?
When you don't have no one engaging. How do you read?
That you realize that you're not engaging.
Now, what do you do?
Then you spice it up. Either you bring in a joke, or you increase your voice, your tone of their voice, or you just do something that will waken them up, or get them engaged, or you ask a question, you pose a question back to the audience. There are so many ways as an effective speaker that you can get your audience back at you, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be presenting to yourself.
Yes,
you're presenting to them, so you want them to engage with you. That is why when I do my presentations, I always add jokes. They don't have to be like ha jokes, but I always add humor. I always add something that will make me engage to see whether they're still with me or not.
Yes.
Because if I'm throwing a joke out there, nobody laughs. It's not that I'm not funny, but it's because one person will find my joke funny. And it's one person. So if nobody is responding, then it means I've lost my audience, and I have to reevaluate the situation. So, like you said, the number one fear is public speaking.
It's public speaking. Yes, that's enough. And most people is afraid of public speaking, and that's what keep us from speaking to an audience and going out there. And so, but I want to say this about public speaking because I believe my wife is just fantastic. I put her on the pedestal of like a Dr. Martin Luther King, and, you know, and yeah, all these Barack Obama. Yeah, why you speak very well.
Wow.
You command the room. So my wife, that's one thing she don't have to worry about. But another thing that people are afraid of is fear of failure.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't take chances. And that's why they don't.
But failure is hard.
Yeah, failure is hard, and that's why a lot of people don't take risks. You know, because they're afraid to fail.
But that's why some people say, okay, we don't fail like a John Maxwell, but we learn. So if you look at it in that way, then it doesn't feel like fear. It's like, okay, it's another learning curve.
It's a learning curve, yeah.
And for me, I always say there's always a reason for everything that happens in the kingdom, because we're in the kingdom of God. So if it doesn't happen, then it was not meant to be.
It was not meant to be. Yeah.
Something bigger or better is coming.
Yeah, and don't allow, because you gotta remember, because failure, if you're afraid of failure, it would stop you in your tracks. It would stop you from pursuing your goals and your dreams and your aspirations and whatever you want to do, or another opportunity. Like, man, it's just like the last one, or just like the last time. I didn't get the last one, so guess what?
I'm not gonna get this.
I'm not gonna get this one.
But the thing is, you already confessed.
Yeah, you already confessed.
So already, the universe is like, oh, okay, you're not gonna get it, so we're not gonna give it to you. Yeah. So I think when you're going for something, it's always good to always just put that in mind, to say, hey, I got this. So I actually have an opportunity to go. When this airs, I would have gone to my interview, and for a job that I really been wanting to have. And yes, I'm a great public speaker. Yes, I express myself very well, but still, fear.
Yeah, interview. That's another number one.
Yeah,
nobody knows. Number one. It's interviews.
Yeah, especially by a panel, because I know it's a panel. Like, oh God, what is this gonna happen? Because you can impress one person, but it takes a lot to impress a couple of people. And I realized that there's going to be 6 people present. That's a lot of people. So so things like that make you feel like, okay, what if I mess up? Because you want to be your best at all times. But then again, if you don't get it, just say. Yeah,
and just keep going, because what happened was, you, like you said, you use it as learning.
You learn. So in the next interview, you're better than what you were.
You're like, okay, what can I take out from that? Yeah. Where I think I messed up at, or where can I grow in that situation? And I'm just get back at it, because the more you speak, the more you do interviews, the better you become. And so that's why you don't have to be afraid
of rejection.
Yeah. That's another one, rejection. Now that's one of my fears. I don't like to be rejected.
I don't think anybody likes to be rejected.
Yeah, I don't think no one. Yeah,
that's why, like when in our intro, I spoke about the traumas, the fear traumas as a child. Most people who are really engulfed by fear, people who were rejected as children.
Yes, yeah.
So they feel like everything is a rejection. Everybody's gonna reject them. Nobody loves me. Nobody, all those things. And so it always relates to even when
your childhood,
when you're an adult as well, because you had that childhood trauma as a child.
Yeah. So rejection, failure, but like you said, you gotta understand, you're gonna get rejected. It's okay.
It's part of the cycle.
It's part of the cycle. Yeah, it's part of the cycle. I wrote no participation trophy. Yeah. In the real world, you're gonna get some no's, and you're gonna get a lot of no's, and you gotta be okay with that. That's why I say it's okay to be afraid. You're gonna get a lot of rejection before you get your yes. It's a numbers.
Kissing a lot of frogs before you meet.
Exactly. And we say it's a numbers thing. It's law average, and you gotta keep going until you get your yes. You might go to 100 no's, you might go to 10 no's, you might go to 20, whatever it is. But you got, because every industry, every business, everything has a different number.
Right.
and when you're dating, sometimes you might have to go through three falls before you get to that prince, you know. But every industry, everything has their number. You gotta find out what is the number. And once you understand, this is why I play the numbers game, because I know once I understand what is my number, guess what? I'm getting them those out the way.
Yeah.
The faster I can get rid of the rejections, the faster I will get to my yes. And that's why you got to see rejections. The faster I can get through the no's, I know. And I just keep going, because I'm trying to get to that one yes. All you need is one yes.
All you need is one yes.
You're one step closer to your yes.
You're one yes away.
You're one yes away. Yeah.
From your success.
For your success, from a happy marriage. You're one yes away from your prince or your princess, whatever it may be. You're one yes away from a great job.
Okay, we get the idea. So another one is fear of
a conflict. Yes, that's it. Now that's one I'm also. I
think you're just afraid of everything.
But I'm overcoming it though. I'm a recovery. I'm a recovery.
He just doesn't like to fight with anybody. He wants everybody to like him.
Yeah, I do.
You know, he's a people pleaser.
I am.
And that's actually a weakness.
Yeah, it is a weakness. But here's the thing. I'm learning because of the dissuccessful. I understand this is who I am, so I can't change that. But guess what? I know how to.
Can change it.
No, but I know how to. Yeah, you're right. I know how to, because I'm a people pleaser. Because I don't handle conflict well. I don't handle rejection well. But guess what? I know how to overcome it, so that I can embrace rejection. I can embrace conflict. Like, one is being prepared, for different situations. If I'm prepared for an interview, if I'm prepared for something, then I guess what? I know I can.
But what about the next one? Fear of being overwhelmed, because you can be prepared.
Yes.
I've been super prepared for my interview. And I had a bummer where it was postponed. I'm like, I couldn't sleep at night, got diarrhea, everything. And then, because I'm overwhelmed, I wanted to get it out of the way. So that's a big fear as well, because you feel like, I want to focus on other things, but I really want to master this one. So how do we deal with being overwhelmed?
Yeah, a lot of times you gotta pause sometimes. Sometimes because you could be doing too much at one time. A lot of times you're trying to juggle, like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And what happens when you're trying to do too much, you're gonna get overwhelmed. Because you feel like, you're chasing that rat race. You're chasing the rat race, and a lot of times you're hearing all the different, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And now you're like, I gotta have multiple streams of income, but you gotta have balance. You gotta, a lot of times, and sometimes, who are you listening to? Because sometimes you can be listening to too many people, and guess what? Too many people telling you different things, and this one saying one thing. This one,
reduce the noise.
Reduce the noise. Yes, maybe.
And do introspection.
Yes. Reduce the noise and do introspection. Because if you listen to multiple people and they saying different things, you're gonna get confused.
And you're gonna be overwhelmed.
Just like you go to too many churches. You go to this church, now you're not gonna hate your pastor because this pastor saying this and this pastor saying this. Now you're gonna think your pastor was a lot.
Because you've become a runner.
Yeah, you became a runner. And so it's very important that we reduce the noise so that we won't get overwhelmed and it will stop us in our track.
Yeah, and I think we've shared some of our own fears and insecurities as well, as we were going through that list. Because, it's important that we relate with you guys as well, and not say, it's okay to be afraid, but then they realize, and people think of us as these super people, superwoman, superman, where we also go through, but there's ways of overcoming. And, even just society's role on
how they're playing us.
Right. On what?
How they're playing on us.
They play on us, that, a man doesn't cry, or, a woman does this, you have to be strong. And no. You gotta mess with all these different women to be a man. That makes you a man. You have a lot of children. And all these things can really amplify our fears and not allow us to actually be able to digest them and be better humans.
Because like you said, in the hood, you feel like if you feel like you don't have no children, now you're like, oh, you're less than. Because if you don't have a girlfriend, you feel like you're less than. Or you don't have a man, you feel like you're less than. And that's not the truth, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's very important that that's why you can't, society is okay, but you got to learn to adopt your own philosophy. And because, you know, society would sometimes it mess you up. Yeah.
So how do we then make fear a catalyst for change? How do we use it to make us better? Because we've spoken about all the bad things and everything, that how it cripples us and everything. But now how can we make it like work for us?
Yeah. One, embrace challenges. Embrace the challenges. And embrace the thing that you're afraid of. Embrace the public speaking. Embrace it.
I like what you usually say, fight fear in the face.
Yeah, punch fear in the face.
Punch fear in the face.
Yeah, embrace it.
Say, I got you. You don't got me.
Yeah, like you know, another way you say, it don't define me, I define it. So you gotta like, okay, fear don't define me, I define fear. And so that's how you gotta see it. You gotta embrace it. You gotta like be willing to punch you in the face. You gotta be willing to punch you in the gut. You gotta be willing to like, yo, you're not gonna defeat me. I'm gonna win.
I mean, another thing is venturing into the unknown. I think with me, when I was so fearful about, you know, just coming out while I was bald, you know, having to face people and wondering what they're gonna think of me.
Judgment.
You know, because I was so ashamed. My self-esteem was just like bottom, you know, so low that I really didn't know how what to do. And fear just grappled me all the time when I wanted to take off that hat, that wig. I was like, oh my God, what are people gonna think? I'm not attractive, this and that. All these things are coming through my mind. But then when I finally overcame that, I then used that to write my books. I use that as my public speaking tool. Because when I do public speaking, mostly I speak about alopecia and, you know, self-love, self-care, all those good things. I guess if it wasn't for this challenge, I probably wouldn't be the person that I am today.
You wouldn't.
It has strengthened me and given me the resilience and the posture and, you know, the mindset that I have now. Of just punching
fear in the face. And like with myself, even with me, if I would have never embraced the challenge and stepped out into the unknown of speaking, of overcoming judgment, whatever, you know, and doing this podcast, you know, I would have never, you know, by embracing the challenge, said, you know what, I might make mistakes. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. You know, I'm learning. I'm learning through the mistakes.
The Leonard a year ago is a totally.
It's totally different. When I first started,
he wanted to pee himself. Go the video.
Go to the first couple of episodes. Man, I was struggling. Man, I had a hard time, but I was learning. I'm like, you know what?
Now he's flowing.
My mindset was, you know what? Through every episode, I'm gonna get better. And that's the thing. I heard somebody say, you only got to do 1% better. You get 1% better. That's it. 1% better.
I think Mr. Beast said that as well. Every episode, just
1% better. Just 1% better. And so that's the mindset I do. I'm getting better. You know, but if I didn't embrace that, I would have never be where I'm at today, where I have the comfort to speak inside the community,
and you
webinars, facilitating now. I would have never embraced it in writing. I'm writing the book that I'm writing. So I'm about to be finished. I'm almost finished writing the book. You know, and so I want to help other individuals to overcome
and that has enabled us to face our demons. You know, our personal demons as well. Because yes, you gotta face it. Because
you gotta face it.
We said it's okay to be fearful, but also you can't stay and remain.
You can't stay. You can't stay.
You gotta bounce out of it. Use it as a bouncing board. You know, what do they call it? A
springboard.
A springboard to take you to your next step. To take you to your next goal.
Yeah, because what happened was, if you don't face it, then you're gonna justify it. You're always gonna I'm just an introvert. I'm this. I'm
a recovering this.
I'm a recovering this. I'm this. I'm that. You just justify it, and you never embrace it. You never overcome it. You never stepping out into the unknown. You never starting a new business. You never doing what you want to do. You just settle. Oh, good word. You're just selling it. And that's why you're still in that job for 20, 30 years. And you had a dream. You know you want to do what you want to do. But guess what? You were too afraid. And you just selling that job.
That's why I like to, the millennials. I don't think they have any fear, those kids. I don't think they have any fear. I mean, like we said, everybody has fear, but their fear is very minimal. Because those kids, they're not afraid to take those risks. They're not afraid to go against the grain and go against the norm. And I think that prepares them for the challenges ahead as well, because it helps them to
anticipate market shifts.
Yeah,
it helps you to participate well, and to overcome your fear. You gotta just anticipate that it might be a rejection down the road. You don't know the road. The only one that knows you're in there is God. And this is why you want to have a relationship with God. This is why you want to have the Holy Ghost, because the Holy Ghost, the only one that can see 10 years down the line. And so when you have form that relationship with, the Holy Ghost can direct you and lead you. The Bible say that he ordered the good man, he ordered his steps. And so he knows your ending. He knows your beginning. He knows your middle. He knows where you need to be because he can see the unknown.
Absolutely.
And so he can direct you where to go. But you have to anticipate those market shifts. And when you anticipate the market shift, things get easier. Because okay, you know what? I'm going down this road. I don't know what to expect because I'm not God. I'm not God. So guess what? But I'm going to anticipate that it could be something bad down that road. And so what I do is just pray, Lord, get me through whatever that's down that road that I don't see. Give me the strength or the wisdom to face my giant that's down there and overcome it. So you got to anticipate it.
And in doing that, it helps
readiness.
Prepare for.
Yes, be prepared. Yes, be personal readiness. And so even a good example, I said it before, personal readiness. When you know why you could step into that fear, into that arena, the man in the arena. The reason why, it's just like David. David said, okay, you know what? He could face Goliath because he already faced challenges already. He defeated the bear, bear, come on. He defeated the lion. And so okay, I defeated someone. I defeated something that man normally can defeat. No, you will not think about going against a lion or a bear. So this uncircumcised Philistine, you're a human. You just like me. I defeated two things that wasn't like me. So it's because that's good.
So what could be so hard to defeat another human?
Yeah, what could be so hard to defeat another human? You might be taller than me. You might be taller than me, but you're still human. You still bleed just like me.
Right.
But what I defeated a beast.
Yeah.
A savage. A dangerous species.
Yeah.
A bear is a dangerous species. A lion is a dangerous species. So if I can defeat you, but that prepared them for what's next. And so you gotta allow whatever coming your way, you gotta allow it to prepare you and get ready for it.
Mindset that I'm being prepared for maybe something bigger and better, But I also want to say this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. It's a vibrant community. We are punching fear in the face. We are taking action. We are overcoming our challenges. We are just preparing for the unknown. We are preparing for life crisis. We are preparing because we are in the crisis. Nobody don't want to say it though. If we're in a recession, we not. Well, they say studies say, the black family gonna be in a negative net worth. No, we trying to change all the narrative that they say, and we want to be ready for the next opportunity window. Because I don't know when your next opportunity window will come. I don't know, but guess what? You might have missed the last season, but you won't miss the next season when you join our community, because we getting ready for every opportunity that will come our way. And so we say, join the community. Let's connect. Let's grow, because you coming into an vibrant community where we're able to connect with like-minded individuals who's just like us, who want to grow and who want to build. Yes, where we can have meetups and lunch and learns and masterminds. And we doing a mastermind, a book club starting in October on Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yes,
you don't want to miss that.
You don't want to miss that. You want to learn how to take advantage of different you're struggling financially. Come on, let's learn some of these strategies inside Rich Dad Poor Dad, inside the book club, so that we can become better people and financial literate with our finances. So October 8th is the book club. We say join the community, get involved, let's connect, let's build. Let's go.
Yes,
let's
right.
go. Let's go.
And even if you watch this video after October 8th, we still have running masterminds throughout the year. So just be sure to check it out. Press the link below and you'll get more information.
Yeah, and you can always, even if you watch this video and you want to join it, you can always watch the replays.
Yeah.
You might wasn't involved, but you can always watch the replays.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the techniques. We've spoken about the problems and everything else. Let's talk about the techniques to confront and overcome fear.
Yeah, the techniques of confronting fear. You got to expose yourself. Exposure therapy. You got to expose yourself to what we talk about, the unknown. You gotta expose yourself to rejection. You gotta expose yourself to all these different things that you're afraid of. You gotta get exposed to it. Oh, I know it's tough. It's tough for me.
But you start small.
Yeah.
Like for example, the number one that we spoke about
public speaking.
Start with a small group.
Yeah, small group.
And then you gradually increase it. Start with 2 people.
2 people, yeah. It was just me and you.
Right.
Or do by yourself. Record yourself and then replay. Yeah.
Check where you can improve.
Yeah.
And then,
put on YouTube. Record yourself. Put on YouTube and put on the different.
And wait for people to come back to you and give you feedback. Because at least now you know. Oh, okay, they hear me, but I need to improve here and there. Use your family, because they're the biggest critics, by the way. They're like, oh, you didn't do this, and at least strangers might not tell you in your face, but your family will tell you in your face. Use friends, and if you have the LGBTQ, I love them because they're very honest. Oh my God, they will tell it as it is.
They're like Germans.
Oh yeah, they will like friend, but in a nice way. Friend, I think you messed up there.
Okay.
But I prefer that than somebody saying it behind my back. So get a friend that you trust, or a group of friends that you trust that can actually be a good feedback tool to you. So there's really a lot of techniques that you can actually
join the community.
Work around.
But you got to get exposed. You got to get exposed to what you're afraid of.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the more.
Like people are afraid of snakes. Go and hold a snake. Oh God. Go and hold the snake. Even if you start with the small one, then you gradually move into the pythons.
Yeah.
But at least you've overcome that fear.
If that's something you want to do.
Yes, that's something I want to do. That's something I want to do.
Well, overcome it. You for real?
Yeah, because I'm afraid of snakes.
You want to overcome that?
Yeah.
You want to hold a snake?
Yeah.
For real?
I'm gonna do it before I die.
For real?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, a python.
For what?
Yeah.
Okay, see, but hey, I didn't know that. That's something I just learned. But whatever you want to do, like me, I would never attempt to try to jump out of that plane.
Yeah.
Snake I could do, but a plane I would never do that. That's something I'm not into.
But that's overcoming your fear because you're afraid of heights.
I'm not afraid of heights because I can get on the plane.
Oh, okay.
I just don't want to jump out of the plane.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something.
What is your biggest fear besides public speaking?
Rejection. Conflict. That's like my biggest fear. Conflict, rejection, and then public speaking.
Like you're not afraid of things. Like
no, I'm not afraid.
I'm really afraid.
Yeah,
of
I'm not
things.
really afraid of things. Now, I'm not afraid. I can say I'm not afraid of dogs, but I don't mess with them because I did get bitten. That's the correct way.
I think I've overcome dogs because I had one of my employers had dogs. They cute little ones.
Yeah, that's nothing. I'm not afraid of them.
Listen, somebody that
but
I
I'll
know.
kick. Get out of here.
You cannot.
Get out of here.
Some of those little dogs are vicious.
Get out of here. I ain't afraid of a little dog.
I know.
I ain't afraid of a little dog.
Got bitten.
I won't kick him, but I tell him,
Get away.
Get away, yeah. What's up? Yeah. Get away, yeah.
Somebody that I know got bitten by those small little chihuahuas.
Yeah, but nah.
They took her whole upper lip, gone like that.
Yeah, because
you know what?
You can't let them get too close like that, though.
But it's a chihuahua. You're thinking, oh, that's just a little.
Oh yeah, I know because
and you just jump up to her.
Wow. Yeah.
So I mean, like for me, I'm like, okay, whether it's a small dog or a big dog, because I was afraid of dogs, because I was not once, actually twice or 3 times bitten by a dog, and dogs can sense that you're afraid.
Yeah, they can
I'm
sense
afraid
it.
of those buggers. I was afraid. So the little ones I can handle, because
I can handle those.
I'll be like, but don't touch me, don't kiss me, don't lick me. You know, I'm in control here.
Yeah.
You're gonna do, and I just hold him like right under my arm. You know, I'm trying. I never would have held a dog before, but now because I'm trying to overcome that fear so that it doesn't grapple with me.
Yeah.
Because there's dogs everywhere now, so I'm starting small.
Yes.
But the big ones, we still gotta negotiate.
Yeah, nah. If it's not my dog, I'm not messing with no big dog. But so this is how you do it. You gotta, the technique is you gotta be willing to attack it. And then, use different stories, inspire you. Listen to different podcasts, like Chilling with the Podcast.
Chilling with the Chaplins. Chilling with the podcast.
Chilling with the Chaplins. Listen to Chilling with the Chaplins.
Yeah.
Read books, movies, whatever in there. I like documentary. This is how I get inspired. I listen to documentary and see what I love. One of my favorite movies is Rudy. I love Rudy because I see myself in Rudy.
Right. So I think another one is confronting social anxiety.
Yes, social anxiety.
People who are really afraid just to be among people.
The introverts.
Yeah, just get in there. I know somebody who
like
says,
myself.
I didn't mention names. Somebody
I can admit it.
who says, I'm networking, but he's in his little corner somewhere on his phone.
I'm introvert,
That's
extrovert.
not networking. It's just FYI. It's
No,
not
it's not.
Networking, it
It's
means
talking.
you gotta get your butt up, walk around, go to people, say, hello, my name is Leonard.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Where are you from? You're interacting with people.
Okay.
You go to people that you don't know.
No. Okay.
Because I know some people that, but I went to this. No, those people that you know you're more comfortable with, that's not networking.
Okay.
Go to people that you don't know, because you gotta get yourself uncomfortable in order to end up being comfortable.
You got a point.
Right.
You got a point.
So-
But yeah, so you're right. You got a point. Me, I always, you gotta go out and when you're in a room, you gotta just punch fear in the face and say, you know what? I'm gonna at least talk to one person.
Right.
That's in that room.
At least
that I don't know.
one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. You know, I just say you don't have to do the whole room because it can get overwhelming. Like we talk, it can get overwhelming. You see all these different people. You're an introvert. You see all these different people. Like, oh, all you gotta do is just talk to one. The first person you see, the first person that comes to you and say, you know what? I'm going to talk to that one person.
Because it's all about just what's in your mind, really. Just so you just do a mental reframe.
Yeah.
And you just work on the fact that, you know what, you're better than what you think you do. You are. You are better. And as you get that in your mind, then you can overcome anything. Right.
You can overcome
so what's the lesson learned?
Lesson
in all
learned.
this?
Yeah. Well, we talked about it. Reading books, watching movies. Inspiring stories.
So draw insights from other avenues.
Other avenues.
And we hope that you've drawn insight
on this podcast. Yeah, we hope that's the whole idea. We self-improvement. We want to grow. We want to get better because, like I said, times are not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. And so
especially with AI in the list. AI is taking a lot of jobs. We actually just saw a video where AI robot was cleaning a toilet.
Yeah, cleaning
So
a
you're
toilet.
telling me that even janitors are gonna lose jobs? Yeah. So we gotta really, really just be out there and start trying
learning and like I said and picking someone who you like, who you relate with, someone that like, okay, you can learn from, and you should learn from it. And like I said, don't try to do too many things. That's why I like, when even with the community, with the 6-month mentorship boot camp, all I'm doing looking for me. Those individuals that want to learn from me, because I realize I'm not for everyone. Right. But guess what? I'm not, and I'm.
You are not money. Not everybody loves you.
And I'm learning. I'm okay with that. I don't have to, but I'm for the individual who willing to learn, because everyone. I'm not everybody audience, because some people can relate with me better than someone else. And you can relate with that individual. So you can understand, like, once you understand that I'm not for everyone, then you go overcome and you just get to look for you.
So on that note, we want to say we also would love to be your friends on
Yes,
social media.
yes.
Come on. You can follow me at Lady Siza 1 on Instagram and Threads, and
Yeah, you can follow me. Get Inspired by LJ.
or you can follow us
on
collectively.
Instagram and Threads, yes.
Or you can follow us collectively at Chilling with the Chaplins on all social media
Yes.
platforms.
And don't forget about the audio platform. We're on all audio platforms that you might listen to: Spotify, Amazon Music, Google, Apple Podcasts, Google
All of them.
Podcasts, all of them. iTunes, all of them. So we said listen to it. And yeah, we appreciate you following us. Share the video. It's very important. This is how you help us
And
grow the
comment.
channel. And yes, if you want to buy us a coffee, yeah, you're welcome to support us.
Oh yeah, there's a thanks button.
It's a thanks button, a circle of support inside the description. You want to buy us a coffee or a sandwich,
Even if
whatever
it's
it may
$1.
be. $1, $5, whatever it may be. You like this content, you enjoy it, and you want to support us. You like, you know what?
Support the channel.
I can't do the community right now. Right now, here we say right now because maybe you're still in that building stage. I can't join the community right now because I'm got it. We understand. I can't do the mentorship program, but I like the information you're giving. But guess what? You can give us $1. I think everybody have $1. I think everyone have $5. You know that coffee.
$10, $100.
Yeah.
Anyways, on that
Yeah.
note, we just want to thank you. And if you have watched this video and you liked it,
Yes, you enjoyed this video. We said check out the next video we have for you. We said take care. We'll see you on the next video.
God bless.
Deuces.
Bye-bye.
Peace.